Hey, Facundo.
How are you? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Are you on your phone?
Yes.
Okay. Any chance you can be on your computer or not?
Yeah, the camera is kind of pretty
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I can switch
Oh,
if you want.
um, how does this look?
I think it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with it.
Okay.
Okay,
Or-
awesome, man. Hope you're having a great day today. So let's just get started. So right now, we're currently across the world in China right now, but that's okay.
Awesome.
Where are you at right now?
Uruguay. One second.
Uruguay.
It's better like if I put this there. Oh, no, it's not there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, so you're from Uruguay and you're operating your high ticket dropshipping business.
Yeah. Do you know Uruguay? It's Yes, people don't usually know. Uruguay is a really small country besides Argentina and Brazil.
Yeah.
We are like 3 million people in total, so it's pretty small.
Uh-huh. How did you get started into high ticket dropshipping?
Well, I have a degree as an agricultural technician, like something really different, and I worked in different farms in the past with animals and so on. And after getting my degree, I was not happy. I was working in farms, and I thought, okay, it is not making me happy. That's not my purpose. So
Hmm.
I decided to come back to the city and figure out my life.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what I was going to do, and I started like on Amazon. That was my first try on e-commerce, like Amazon FBA.
Mm.
I didn't make any money. I was doing like retail arbitrage, and then I had the idea of starting like a private label. That was the worst idea I've ever had, but yeah, I lost a lot of money, and yeah, I lost a lot of time too. But I had to get rid of the whole inventory, like all the units, and then I thought, okay, I should sell like high ticket products. And my first idea was like sell high ticket products on Amazon, but I quickly realized that it was going to be a terrible idea. So
Mm-hmm.
I started searching in YouTube like e-commerce high ticket, and I came across with a Trevor's video, and then yeah, I started watching like a lot of videos, his free course, and after 2 or 3 weeks, I thought, okay, I need help. I want to go all in with this, but I need help. So yep.
Cool. So when you transitioned from Amazon FBA into high ticket dropshipping, what were some of the challenges or the bottlenecks that you were facing at the time? Like, what were you facing
Wow,
at that time?
it was everything new for me. Like Amazon was like a really easy business in terms of like you don't have to worry about logistics, like customer service and so on. But my margins were like I had no margins. Like I was not making any money. And what I like about high ticket is like I had to learn a lot of things, and this business like makes you grow in all aspects of your life, literally. Like for
Facts.
me was
Mhm.
yeah, like personal development. Like I learned sales, communication. It boosts your confidence. So since the first moment I took it as a challenge. Um, so yeah, I wanted to do something else.
Got you. I was also just curious, like, what you said, like, you just thought you needed to sell high ticket. I guess what do you think sparked you to like want to start selling high ticket all of a sudden?
Well, can you repeat? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you said that when you were selling on Amazon, you felt like something told you like you needed to sell high ticket. What do you think that was? Like, what caused you to want to start looking into selling high ticket?
Probably margins. Money is the first thing that you think basically because my margin I was selling like $20 items,
Mm.
but Amazon charges you like a lot of fees. So I was not making any money, and I thought like I never thought that you can sell high ticket items, like dropship high ticket items. I had no idea, but I thought that the margins had to be better. So that was my first thought basically.
Got you. Um, yeah, so you started from Amazon FBA, and then you did some private label. Did you make any sales with FBA like when you tried it?
I did, but I had to decrease, like put the prices really low, and I was competing for price, and it was a race to the bottom.
Yeah.
So at some point, I was not making any profits. I had to get rid of all the units, and yeah, start something new. You know.
Mhm. Also, I guess I was just curious, like, what were some of the products that, yeah, you obviously you don't run that business anymore. What products were you like um,
I
selling back in the day?
Yeah, my product was like coffee canisters. As
Okay,
it's like it is really competitive. So, and there are really established brands in this niche. So yeah, it was terrible.
yeah. So I guess I mean, what would like the biggest you went over like the biggest bottlenecks with the business, obviously the margins, the fees.
Yeah,
Uh, Now, like when you transition to high ticket after like discovering the videos and everything, I guess what insights from the program, it could be like the calls, the ads, what from the program like helped you the most in terms of like getting you towards where you are today?
I think the program is pretty good in all aspects. Like the one-to-one calls are amazing. I think you can have the best like videos and so on, but you need someone helping you, because each person is a war. So the one-to-one calls for me is the best thing of the program by far, and the videos are pretty good too. What was the most difficult thing for me was like call suppliers.
Hmm.
That was so hard because I've been like really introvert my whole life. I was
Yeah.
a really shy person. Like even in my native language, like I couldn't make a single call. Literally,
Mhm.
I'm not kidding. So I
Yeah.
had to develop a lot of confidence, not only in my language. I had a personal brand too, so it helped, develop that confidence in my language. But I also had like to transition that confidence to English. So it was so hard for me, but I'm really happy right now because I'm more comfortable. And as
Mhm.
I said, like for me, this business helps me grow all the time, like put myself out of my comfort zone. And after do those calls, I feel amazing.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Got you. Yeah, I know suppliers, in my opinion, is like something most people think, oh, like it's like the most challenging part of the business.
yeah, it's really scary.
Yeah. How like do you remember what got you over the fear, like in terms of like having to call the suppliers and like now do you feel more comfortable, calling suppliers than before?
Yeah, I'm still struggling with this, but I feel more comfortable. It took me like a lot of calls, but I think what drives me is like I always think about the bigger picture, and the other side. Like I call this supplier, what do I have to lose if I don't close this supplier?
Right.
It's usually not too much. Like you can try later, but you have a lot to win. So that I always ask me the other question,
Mm,
and so yeah, I should push through.
yeah, I think that's a great mindset. It's like
Yeah,
if you don't call, you gain nothing. But then if you call, like, and
exactly,
let's just say the supplier doesn't pick up or they say no, like you also didn't gain anything. But you could also just gain a supplier that can,
exactly.
unlock
I, Yeah, and most of the
everything.
time it goes really well. It's just your mind trying to, trick you.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just have to go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like it's it helps you build like a way to overcome fear. So it helps you along other sides of your like personal side and business. So if you can get through the fear of like calling suppliers because it's uncomfortable, you can apply that to other parts of your life. Like let's just say um, you don't want to approach a girl in public. That fear
Exactly.
that you train up from business applies directly to in real life. So
It's a
that's
really similar fear. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, that's good. Um, I guess where are you currently at with your high ticket dropshipping business in terms of revenue? Um, how is your store doing? It's July 1st here. It might still be.
It's
It should be
July
July
1st.
1st.
Yeah, July 1st for her.
So how did June
Yeah.
end up for you?
Well, the last month I made like $30,000. Well, it was pretty good. I closed one order of 20,000 for a park, so I'm really happy. So I'm just trying to invest more money in ads. The brands that I'm selling the most, like people don't usually look for like search for those brands, so I'm pushing high like in the high campaigns, but getting
Mhm.
pretty good results. Um, yeah, I'm trying to invest all the money as much as I can, improve my customer service. I'm learning a lot about my niche because I think that's important.
Mhm.
um like I have launched like two new campaigns, so a few days ago, but yeah, ready to scale, you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
I guess this is a question I don't really typically ask, but like it just came up. How important do you think your niche impacts like your success with the store? And like, do you like your niche at this current point in your business?
Yeah, I like my niche. I think if you like your niche, you feel like better learning about it, you know? Because
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember, but when I was like just starting out deciding my niche, I had
Mhm.
like two choices. And my first choice was the other niche, not the one that I am now.
Yeah.
So, and I thought, and you told me like think about it, like what you like the most because it is important. So I decided to buy another domain and go with the niche that I am now, and it
Mhm.
was a pretty good idea, basically.
Mhm. Yeah. Obviously, without revealing the niche, do you get like more B2B orders or B2C orders, like in terms of orders and like people contacting you?
Yeah, so far all of them are B2B.
Okay,
Uh,
B2.
yeah, all of them. Yeah. Uh, I mean, I have some products for B2C, like for essential areas like people, but most of them are B2B for companies. Yeah, government, parks, uh, contractors, usually big companies.
Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, the difference between B2B and B2C is like B2C is like consumers, like me and you.
Yeah,
Let's go like at Best Buy and buy a TV, we're consumers. But B2B might be Samsung buying, let's say 100 TVs
yeah.
from buy. Um, how has that process been for you in terms of B2B? Has that been like pretty straightforward? They just tell you what they want, you send them a purchase order. Do you have to do a lot of back and forth with
Yeah,
the business on the buy?
yeah. Some businesses are more, they ask a lot of questions, and also my products are customizable, so they can add like add-ons, like change colors and so on. So I have to go back and forth, send orders, prices, and so on. But most of them are really straightforward. Yeah, some of them ask, then I have to follow up. Right now, I am like following up with a guy that is really like he insists a lot and back and forth, and didn't go ahead. They just
Mhm.
said so. But yeah, you have to be patient. Also, like B2B, I think you have to be more professional. So I would try to do like my best, like send like really good orders, like everything in detail, and so on, like lead times as well. Because most of my products are made to order, so the lead times are sometimes like 4 weeks,
Okay.
something like this. So you have to be really specific and professional. But yeah, it's really straightforward with business, I think, most of the time.
Okay,
And
got
something that I've noticed is that they don't care too much about the price, but they care more about like the lead times. They want it
Mm.
fast, you know. So yeah.
okay, got you. Um, in terms of like the Google Ads part of your store, how has like that experience been? Is that your is this your like first time like running ads, and like how has been like launching it to like running the ads now, like the experience been for you?
Yeah, this is my first time with Google Ads, definitely. It's been a really good process. I started like I was not spending too much when I launched them, so it took me like a month and a half to get the first sale.
Mhm.
But the training in the courses is pretty good. You also have you can ask in the Discord group or schedule a call if you want to go with something specific, specific campaigns or something. But I think it's the first month, 2 months, like learn it, like the base of the foundation, and then you do it like pretty fast. Um, Especially like search keyword, the search terms, negative keywords. But right now, like I'm getting a lot of good results. Like I was spending like $30 a day. Uh, like for the brand that I sold the most, I have sold the most. I
Mhm.
think I've spent like $400, and I got like I think most of the sales are from this brand, like $30,000. It's like
Mhm.
incredible. Yeah,
Uh, that's like what 200 or
yeah, it's
yeah,
a
like
lot.
an ad spend, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. This brand is crazy, and this everything is in the high campaign because people don't usually look like for the brand itself.
Mhm. Yeah, that's something most people like um ignore the high campaign because they think the medium and low campaign, which is fine to start with if there's brand demand. But
Yeah,
what happens if you just spend on the medium and low for like a long time is your sales start to stagnate. You're not actually growing the business in the brand. But once you
yeah,
start investing high, you're targeting generic keywords, which people aren't aware of the brand, which also funnels into your medium and low. So by
yeah,
spending the high, you indirectly feed the medium low, which grows your business forward. So that's like the number one mistake I see most like high ticket dropshippers do. They just spend medium and low, and that's it. They just add more
yeah,
brands, medium low, and then they just get to a plateau and they don't know what to do. So that's good that you're spending the high. The longer that you spend the high, the more data you have on your
yeah,
competitors that might sell the same brand.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Um, I guess what would you say to people that are maybe considering high ticket dropshipping or even the program? Any advice to them like that are like sitting on the sidelines that are considering a business or wanting to join a program? What advice do you have for them?
I would say like consistent and persistent is everything. I think more people don't stick with something enough. They maybe run ads for like 1 month and they switch niches because they think this is not working at all. Like I have to change it. But I think stay with something for long enough, because if you don't stay for something with long enough, you don't even try. Like you don't know if it works or. So consistency in. I had a job when I started, and I used my time, like all the time that I have free. I used it for my business to build a store, set it up and running, and yeah, just consistent patience, trust the process. That's key. And if
Mm,
someone is thinking, look, starting in this, I would say let's just start. Don't wait until the perfect moment, because I've been there. Like I some people wait like months, years, you
mhm.
know, waiting the perfect moment, and that doesn't exist. Like it's not real, so it is not gonna come. Just start, take it as a challenge. I took it as a challenge. It helped me a lot. Like think about how much you will grow in the process. Because this business gives you, as I said, I've grown like in all aspects of my life,
Mhm.
literally. And that's the beautiful thing about this business. You learn communication, sales, e-commerce, like about your niche, talk with suppliers that usually are really important people in big companies, things like that. So I would say start start right now.
Yeah. That's the second best time to start is start right now. The best time was starting yesterday. But um yeah, also I just remembered, didn't you also make like a sale from a customer that spoke Spanish?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
it was
you, right?
like a week ago. Yeah, I started speaking with this guy called me, and when I asked his name, he said, I think he was like Mario or something. And I
Uh-huh.
asked, do you speak Spanish? I asked, like, are you Mexican? And he said, yes, I'm Mexican. And then I said, so I guess you speak Spanish. I speak Spanish too. And yeah, we started speaking Spanish. Like we spent like 10 minutes speaking Spanish, and I closed that sale.
Nice.
It was awesome. Yeah,
That's good. Knowing more languages does not hurt you. If anything, more opportunity.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess my final question for you, Facundo, is like, where do you see yourself in the next 6 months with your business, and like what goals do you have to take this business? You want to kind of build this as a side income, main income, plan to sell the store? What's in the pipeline for you?
No, I plan to keep it. My next goal is to scale it to 100K in revenue a
Hmm.
month. In the next 6 months, hopefully I will get there. And right now, I'm not planning to sell it. It is not something that is in my plans. Sell the store. As I said, it makes me grow every day, and I have a lot to learn. A lot to learn. So yeah, just keep going, scale it, create systems. To scale it. Probably in the future when I need to hire someone. As well. And yeah,
That's good. I mean, you're still very early on in your business, so take it
yeah,
as far as you can. And the good thing about this business is you're building a real asset. With Amazon, you are building something, but Amazon can take your business away
Mhm.
overnight. So it's a
exactly.
little scary. But building an online asset that you can sell for anywhere from 30 to 40x your monthly profit, you know, maybe one day you
Yeah,
don't feel like running a business and you want to, get a new house or anything, cash out on the business, start a new high ticket dropshipping store because
yeah,
you already know how to do it. The second time you do it, so much smoother. You
Mhm.
already know the whole
yeah,
process.
exactly. That's what I thought. But yeah,
Mhm.
in Amazon, like I think that the bad thing about Amazon is like as you say, you depend on Amazon. They have really like strict policies, and also you don't own your customers. And if you don't own your customers, you can't scale, really scale, you know,
Yeah, because you
because you
don't
don't have
have
communication with them. Like Amazon, takes care of all customer service.
yeah, you have no email that you capture, no phone numbers, so you can't
Nothing.
remarket to them, get them to come back and buy.
Yeah.
Um, because if they buy again and they had a good experience, which is more likely from a business, then you don't have to pay to acquire that customer again. They came for free, more profit
Yeah.
margin.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that wraps up all my questions. Marcus, do you have any last words or any questions for
Yeah.
Facundo?
I just have one question. I know a lot of people watching this are coming into high ticket dropshipping. They might not be from the United States or they just speak a different language. What do you have to say to someone that is considering starting high ticket dropshipping that might be outside the United States that might think it's not possible? Like how do you feel about that? Do you think it's possible?
yeah, 100%. I mean, if I was able to do it, I had no confidence, my English wasn't good, and I did it, like what I did so far, it's 100% possible. Maybe you will have like some challenges when it comes, addresses or some information, but you can do it as long as you have like a LLC in the US. And don't wait, just learn over the way. You will learn a lot of things, but it is 100% possible, with that, you know, average English. um, you can do it for sure.
Okay. How did you get over like that mental roadblock or like that lack of confidence? Was it just like, oh, I just gotta do it, or did you have any like secret like method? Did you like what was your way?
I have a really like strong work ethic, and to develop confidence, I've done the things that I don't want to do. When
Yeah.
I don't want to do something, I do it anyways. So it is so hard, but it builds, a lot of confidence. Yeah.
Mm.
And again, see the bigger picture. What is on the other side? What will you get if you do it?
Right.
And as I said, sometimes you have nothing to lose, but you have everything to win, and that's it.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much. I'm good. I'm good, Trev.
Okay, we'll just end